Yep.
Yo, 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 what's going on? It's the Parlay and Cigars podcast. We here with you for another episode. I'm your boy X, aka X to the Z, aka Exclusive 1914, aka Mr. X Rated. And I'm here with my brothers, man.
What's going down? What's going down? This is Sean, aka Sean Don, aka Big Sean 1990s baby. What it do? I miss my brothers. What it do?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mozilla is back, aka 1988, aka Sean got a new name. He said Sean Don. He got a new name. He got a new AKA this week.
I seen that. He didn't slip it in there. Slipped it in there real smooth.
Smooth, didn't it? It's smooth over
for
here.
Sure, man. It's smooth over here. How was y'all week, man? How y'all feeling midweek?
Man, beautiful, man. Can't complain, man. Just got out of my coma of overload on food for Thanksgiving. And back to the grind. You know what it is.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, man. It was a different Thanksgiving this year. It's crazy, not having all the fam over like you normally would do. We had to keep it very limited, just kind of like real close family, like just the people. And I went to my wife's side of the family. I went to Canton for the weekend or for the Thanksgiving holiday, but it was just her mom and her kids. That was it. Like, not having everybody there. So it's it's different, but we adjust, we live and maintain.
For sure.
Absolutely.
That's how things gotta roll. That's how things, we just gotta take it one day at a time. And with COVID, it's been a lot of COVID everything. COVID weddings, COVID Thanksgiving. We're gonna have a COVID Christmas, but we just gotta make the best out of it.
Exactly, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. But you know what? A lot has happened since the last time we didn't talk, man. So much stuff that went on. I think the last time we talked was the Wednesday right before the Jeezy versus Gucci. Did everybody tune in? I know y'all had to tune in.
Oh yeah, got a little disrespectful.
Man. Oh yeah, a little disrespectful. A little disrespectful.
That's not the word. It's a lot of disrespect.
Exactly. I said I respect both people though, man. Like I said in that episode, I ultimately is a Jeezy fan, but I was a Gucci fan too. I like Gucci's music, and I'll tell you one thing: that man Gucci didn't change verses forever. Ain't nobody they gonna get on verses that's gonna ever be like Gucci, because he came up with disrespectful record dissing his exact opponent. You feel me? We ain't seen that on verses yet.
He was coming for his back, but you got to think it's been years since they really sat down like in public, not extra people. His team is just them, one-on-one, throwing blows, man. It was awesome, man.
For sure. And the biggest shocker for me was having them in the same room.
Right.
But I said it was smart because they had that stage separated. They was gonna have to, if they wanted to get to one another, they was gonna have to jump over the partition.
So. That definitely was. Hey, I commend Jeezy and Gucci was one of my favorite, especially trap rappers, man. Those two, especially Jeezy with the motivation, and Gucci. Back in the day, growing up to the house parties and the clubs, you play some Gucci, man. It's jumping. Like it's just both of their musics is just amazing to the culture. But I took my hats to Jeezy, man. How he just very, very mature, man. He could have easily pop fly with him, went on his level, but he was a bigger man, and Cena is bigger than him, bigger than both of them. It was for the culture and what we needed right now is unity, man. So I'm just happy for them brothers mending that relationship for real.
See, and my thing is, so here's the big question, because I'm glad you kind of said something about it, and I'm gonna have to touch on it, man. So people ask me who you think won. Ultimately, I thought Jeezy won when you talk about the
Yeah.
lineups. When you talk about but here's the thing, they left so much on the table.
They did.
Jeezy left a lot of his features on the table. And I'm like, dude, you know you could have did a couple more features but Gucci left some stuff off the table too. Because he was on his, I said, but when you talk about who came with that hood mentality that really like showed they was about that, it definitely was Gucci.
Absolutely.
And then when you talk about being a bigger person, man, that's a tough one. For me, a lot of people, they may not agree, but a lot of people say, oh, Jeezy was the bigger dude because he played those diss records and he dealt with it like a grown man. But I actually give Gucci Man the biggest person award because somebody tried to kill you.
That's a fact.
And you get up there and you do this, even though it's a lot of stuff, man. 15 years, and this is stuff he was dealing with, and he had to go to court behind all that stuff. He the bigger man, I say, because somebody tried to kill me. I don't know if I could be in the same room with you.
No, that's a fact. That's traumatized, and you went through a whole lot of stuff, man, just to get to that point, man. And you lost millions of dollars in between of this whole journey you had to go through. While you had the other one just building up and not really worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? So I see they both was young at the age. They both was in that early 19s and 20s. You know, he was wild. Everybody was wild at that age. But I definitely see both sides. That's why I commend both of them, man, for being better men that they are now, and especially in the element of all these rappers and people getting killed, man. It's just crazy, man.
For sure. So yeah, man, that was definitely.
It was very iconic though. That was iconic matchup, man. That's something ain't nobody ever forget.
Hey, I tell you what, X and Mo, man, that was my top 5 dream concerts that I ever wanted to go to. A Gucci Man Jeezy concert. That was on my random ass bucket list. If I could ever go to a Jeezy and Gucci Man concert, it'd be lit.
Bro, we was bumping that so icy, so crazy though.
Man. Exactly. And I was like, we would never get another one of these. And that's the bad part.
Man, imagine a new record from them or an album for both of them together.
Man, listen, that'll be nuts, man. That'll be nuts. But yeah, man. So it took me back to some of those days, and I made me think about some of those college parties and all that stuff coming in as man. Yeah. So it was definitely what I needed. Definitely, some of the stuff that I got hyped off of it. But speaking of that, man, speaking of the school and going to college, what y'all think about Biden, man, talking about student loan forgiveness? How y'all feel about that?
Man, bring it on. Please bring it on.
Listen, if I get that,
it's a game changer.
You know what I mean? You know how much money people be saving?
For sure.
It's sad that it took this long to even have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk about it's many countries that got free education.
Right.
And it's better for the economy because the people, I mean, trade school is good too. But you also need loans for them, those apprenticeships and those type certifications. So, either way, everybody will benefit from it, whether you go to a actual 4-year college or you go to 2 years, get your associates or get a trade. Like you still going to benefit from it. So either way, everybody, it's a win-win situation. Honestly, I feel like that's how you boost the economy. People are afraid to jump into these things because they feel like, oh, I'm gonna owe so much money and I'm gonna be in debt for so long, and they kind of deter away from the education portion. But I also think just going to school makes you like more responsible adult as well. And I think it's a great idea.
Exactly, man. I know I'm all for it. Bring it here so I can get some of these loans. Just get that out the way. I ain't gotta worry about it no more. Look, man, especially when you working in the field. And I mean, they had different programs. Like if you work in your field for so long and it's your field of study, then they do some stuff. But I'm like, yeah, if you gonna get rid of it, like you talking, let's get with it. I'm with you. Let's make that work. So I'm interested to see how that come along, man, and when that's going to, pop off, or if that's something they're going to be able to do. It's no telling. It might be something that, hey, it comes at the end of his presidency or however that goes. So,
Either way,
you never know.
Man, they have the money to do it because there's a lot of majority of the other countries already have it in the budget, already have it set up for their citizens, in the country. And the majority of other countries have free healthcare as well. We like the only country that don't have these things lined up to be the richest country in the world.
Right.
So this have to be done, man. And this will be a boost, like Mo said, it'll be a boost to our economy for real.
But you see with us, it's like, how does the rich stay rich? We don't give y'all all that. You feel me? Those other countries doing it, but why are we one of the richest? Because this is how we do it, man. So, it's a shame, but hey, I'm with it if they do it, man. So
absolutely. He'll get my vote.
Get my vote.
Sure.
He said second term.
Yeah, second term. I'm gonna mail my vote in tomorrow. Make that happen.
We're gonna utilize to get that second term.
For sure, man.
It's gonna be right around election.
Talk about schools, man. So I gotta talk about it here in Columbus because we were talking about. I think we had this off record, and we was like, man, listen, the kids ain't gonna know about no school days no more because they ain't about to let that fly. I'm like, you all virtual now with COVID going on. It's virtual. Snow days. We talking about snow days.
Days at home.
Due to inclement weather, I'm gonna read this. It's from Whitehall City Schools. You probably can't see it. Whitehall City Schools. It says, due to inclement weather conditions, school was closed for tomorrow. This was yesterday, Tuesday, December 1st. Online too. Stay safe and stay warm. How are you closing schools virtually due to weather? I don't understand it. Y'all let me know. Am I missing something?
They gotta keep up with the statistic. So if things does come around and they say, oh yeah, we're going back full. So I don't understand the logic behind it, but yeah, that was a little weird. I mean, I get it for some schools that does the hybrid. Now, if you're not doing hybrid, then I mean that was pretty null and void. So that was pretty comical, if you ask me.
Yeah, and look,
my thing is, man, these kids, this generation got it good, man, got it easy. Because back in the day, we used to beg for we call it school days, bro. I mean, snow days. We would beg for snow days, man. We barely had snow days, thanks to Dr. Harris. She was not playing, Mo. You remember Dr. Harris?
He wasn't
playing at all. We got to go to school, do the blizzards, all that.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Already, I feel like kids get more snow days than we ever did in school. I'm like, man, they say it's too cold outside and you're not going to school. I'm like, I can't remember a time where we shut down because it was too cold.
Never.
I can't remember a time.
My mom used to slap Vaseline all over our face, like go outside with the coat on, you good.
Mm-hmm.
No blisters.
Yeah, man. So it was hilarious to me, man. Definitely.
X, my thing is, how you have a snow day when you already at home?
And that's what I'm saying. And what the only thing that bothers me, and I get like what Mo said with the hybrid, I get that. So yeah, maybe if you got to come in that day, hey, we got to shut it down. You can't come in because of the weather. That's fine. But the online, you ain't got no choice. You still gotta log in. Why not? You at home.
Hey,
and my thing is, it's hard enough already for these kids because you're learning different. You got to be at home. Now you gonna throw that in there because if they keep with this trend, like they keep with the trend before, if they keep with those same amount of days, you got kids that's gonna have a whole bunch of days off due to inclement weather online, and already dealing with the struggles of learning online.
Right.
So that was the crazy part for me, man. That was the crazy part.
It's just a mental thing as well. Like how you say to a kid that's been going to school virtually, since the start of the school year, to saying, okay, hey, y'all got a school day, but your assignments they already pre-uploaded. You know what I'm saying? They uploaded for the week. So my mom like, nah, ain't no school, ain't no snow day. We still gotta get this done because it's already on there. It's not like, oh, you don't go to school, you're not doing the assignment. Exactly. It's already loaded. So I mean, that's wild.
Yeah, man.
No day.
And that's it. You can't say nothing about it. Just kind of like shake your head, laugh. But like I feel you on that mentality. Like, well, it's already uploaded. So just like yesterday, I worked with my little man. Just because you ain't in school, and even though that wasn't his school that was affected, just because you're not there, you still got this online. So you still gonna do your work. You know what I'm saying? It's already uploaded.
See, we had our district had a 2-hour delay.
I have one our good brothers.
What we do? What we delaying to get to? We delaying to get downstairs.
Oh man, that is wild. You know 2-hour delay. Oh,
we ain't gonna get. We're gonna jump to it. We're gonna get this over and done with.
Exactly, man.
One of our good brothers made a comment on Facebook Live. Our boy Lonnie, what's going on, Mr. Lonnie? How you doing?
What's up, man?
What up, man?
What's up, man?
Yes. He was talking about the teachers are reporting to schools for the virtual learning. So that may be one of the main reasons why as well, them driving to school and doing the virtual learning courses. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Some of them even good, like 12,
is all of them
going? I mean, I don't know. I think all of them do have to. They still got a quota to meet days. They got to go inside too.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, maybe that makes a little sense.
Teachers, they got like 100 kids. They doing virtual schooling with.
Got you. All right, that makes some sense. Then I was about to say, man, because if you at home, because I've seen some teachers working from home. So if you at home, just like my little man, he had a session with one of his teachers yesterday, and because they switched from him going in person certain days to all this week and all next week he's not going at all. Right. It's all online. But when she was doing his session yesterday, she was at home. So I was thinking if the teacher's at home, it ain't no excuse. But I get it if they got to go in there.
But yeah, man. a lot of them got like pre-recorded. Like I don't think I've seen a teacher unless they got their home or office set up to look like the back of a classroom. Majority of the videos when they explain every assignment, it seems like they inside a classroom setting. So unless they got that set up at the house, that's pretty brilliant. But, it's
for sure.
Yeah,
man.
different times for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of the struggles.
1 second, X. Big shout out to Mama Dukes. Miss Myers is online as well.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Mama? What's up?
And big shout out to all of our viewers and families and friends, man. What's going on?
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in to Parlay and Cigars. It's smooth over here, and we appreciate y'all.
Make sure y'all stay smooth where y'all at.
Yeah, man. But speaking of struggle bus, let's talk about I don't even know if I want to call it the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight. I might just call it the Nate Robinson and
yeah, that was the headline.
That was the headliner right there.
Second round.
Would I be wrong? Would I be wrong to call the Nate Robinson and Jake Paul fight?
You might as well, man, because
I might as well, man.
I just see Grandpa and Uncle Ray Ray out there fighting, man.
Hey, Nate Robinson, he looked ready. He looked like he was ready. He was actually in good shape.
Oh yeah.
I just think it was a mismatch. It was a huge mismatch on the reach.
It was a huge mismatch on the trainer. Whoever taught him not to, we call it duck. Robert Lee.
But even when he ducked, even when he was ducking, his reach, Jake Paul, his reach was so he was getting through it. Like exactly. You know what I'm saying? He was getting through them punches. And then when he went to actually thought he had a shot to punch and land a shot, he just
Yep. Getting those punches in, for sure. Getting punched up while he was getting his in there.
Looking like Mike Epps off All About the Benjamins.
Right.
for sure, man. Hey, that it was crazy, and I knew it was gonna take no time for the internet, man, to destroy. And I'm like, that's crazy. Now, I don't know how true it is, but they were saying Nate Robinson pretty much got the call a month before the fight. And so, you know, they were saying like he wasn't.
But he might have got an official call, but you know, he knew it was in the air. Like I mean, but he's been sparring and training and stuff like that. So, but like I said,
and I said that boy. Yeah, and that boy Jake Paul was actually training. Like you see, he's been training and learning the art of it, and that's maybe sometimes Nate get the he did have one fight under his belt too that he won, so but I'm like, man, that goes on your official record too. Yeah, his first fight.
But did you hear how much they got paid for that?
Man, let's talk about that.
The breakdown of payment.
Is the check clear?
They ain't even break $1,000. That's what it said. They got paid $600 for that fight.
Stop it.
Yeah. That's what they said. But they said that
Mike and Roy Jones got paid $1 million. These dudes they fought before them, and it was only 2 rounds, but it's the one everybody gonna remember. And you got paid $600 for that.
For sure.
You gotta pay $100 a round. $100 a round.
That's crazy.
Was it worth that embarrassment?
You know how much money they made off of these dudes?
But then again, they did make money off like endorsements through pay-per-view. So however the ratings was, streaming, stuff like that. So I mean, but the set fight, they only got paid $100 a round. But they knew it was gonna go crazy. I'm like, dang, did he get knocked out on purpose? Because that people gonna go back and watch the pay-per-view. You know they're gonna have a replay.
Right. No, that's a real knockout. That was a real knockout.
For sure.
He needed
medical attention.
I mean, WWE looks real too. Sometimes. For real though. True. It does. They look real. These dudes be climbing on ladders and everything. Jumping from the sky. Like that's crazy.
And I say they definitely, you're right about that, because I know they got a part of the pay-per-view and in the streaming and stuff like that, which I know the streaming is going to be crazy because everybody they want to go back and see it. They want to know what's going on with it. So it's definitely going to be crazy. So how'd y'all feel about Tyson and Roy Jones? What y'all think about that?
I didn't even pay no money for that. None of these fights, man, because one, Tyson Roy Jones, y'all out of your prime. Like that was a waste of money, man.
I just feel like it was more for entertainment. Yeah. Just like Nate Robinson and Jake Paul, they knew they wasn't going to capitalize off, money wise for the entire fight. And it's just I feel like it was just something to do because of nobody been seeing no big fights or nothing. But I tell you what, the fight this weekend, fight this weekend, that Earl Spence and Garcia, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna watch that. But not to take
Yeah,
away from that time, I think it was for more so entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
Entertaining just for somebody, just for something to say because it's been in the making of what for months now. And you see
Mm-hmm.
Tyson, it all you gotta think about it. It all happened when Tyson put out when he was in the ring when he was training, and they like, yeah, who you gonna fight, all this stuff like that. And next thing you know,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Ray, come on, like it
Yeah.
was all shot out like everybody entertained it. It was something funny. Like they just paid for to see some old guys fight. Not saying I'll get in the ring with Mike Tyson even at 54. I'm just saying.
Mm-mm. Cause I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I tuned into it, and it looks like what Tyson is also doing is he has his own. I don't know. He's endorsed. I don't know if his own network or his own boxing league type thing he's doing. So I think it was a startup and a boost to that, and him, saying, "Hey, this is what I'm trying to start. This is what I'm trying to do." But
Right.
man, seeing them fight, man, it took you back a little bit. Like, oh man, to see like these two people that you never got to see in their prime fight each other.
Right.
But it kind of gave you that, like, oh, I wonder, because we said, we seen Tyson in there working out, and it was like this
Yeah,
dude he still
he
got
was
it.
getting.
And
I seen him on that one machine. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. I was like,
and, and
yeah,
after the
buddy.
fight, Roy Jones was like, "Hey, them punches hurt." He said
Yeah, he said
they
that.
hurt. I'm hurting. He was like, I'm really feeling it. And I thought Tyson was going for a knockout. I ain't even gonna lie. It looked like he was trying to show us some old, like, look,
Hey,
I still
he
can
wish
do
he could. He just could. He couldn't. He couldn't do it. Couldn't
it.
move around. And the ring was smaller.
Yeah, it definitely was. I was sitting there looking like, man, this ring looks super small.
Yeah, it wasn't regulation.
It was
But
Tyson too old, man. They're both too old, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
At that
I
point,
said,
man, just let your grandkids fight, man. Don't you just sit back.
right.
hey man, it's just a way to get some money to do something else. I seen where he just recently said he was high for this fight too. He was like, man, I'm a smoker. He said he smoked
Who
before
said
the
that?
fight.
Tyson.
Mike
Mike
Tyson,
Tyson.
he was high.
He
You can tell.
he said
You can tell.
he said he
You
used.
can tell he high when he was playing in Hangover. That movie, what was it?
Mhm.
Hangover 2 or
Oh
3?
yeah. Oh one. Okay, go one.
One and two.
First
That
one.
One and
first
One and
one.
three. Was it one and
it was
three?
one, and I think 1 and 3.
When it
Because
was in
he
Vegas.
made an appearance in another one. Yeah, it was
Oh,
1 and
okay.
3, I think.
Oh, you could definitely tell he was under the influence.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. And that's what he said. He was like, man, I'm a smoker, so unfortunately,
Hey,
y'all gonna.
just imagine when his voice already. Hey, damn nigga, this. Hey, just imagine when he. Hey man, he
I
probably
already
sound
know
like a
what you
kid
about
at daycare.
to say. Oh man, for
Yo, Mo,
sure.
is that a pit bull, Mo?
Yeah, it's a
Not a
pit
pit
bull,
bull.
man. It's a killer right here, man.
Hey,
Killer, man.
for the
Look
killer.
at him. Look, came
See,
up.
I
You know what it is. Look, you
see.
see him?
What's up? Dap it up. Bam.
Look. Yeah, man. But nah, it was something entertaining. It was kind of feel bad for the boy, but at the same
Yeah,
time, it come with the territory, man.
whole face and chin just hit it. And he was
Listen,
asleep.
and
He
they truthfully
man,
should have
they should have cut
stopped
it.
it after the first knockout
Yeah,
or the
oh,
first
that
knockdown,
Oh, absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
he was at
done.
10 when he got up.
he was bullying him, man.
He didn't have enough oxygen going to his brain, man. He was burnt out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He tried. He ain't back down. He came in, boy. I'm just glad
Hey,
it wasn't MMA. He would have lost some teeth.
ooh, yeah.
Oh
But the
yeah.
thing is, there's a difference between fighting and boxing. It's two different things,
Yeah.
and people think, "Oh, I could fight. I could go right in the ring." No, it's two different arts,
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. And I like how you said that. It's truly, and people don't think of it like that, but boxing is truly an art. It's an art.
Yeah.
And it's a science to it. Like you got to break it down as such. So, yeah, man, you know, he got out there, he did his thing, man. But that kind of brings me to the topic, man, our topic of the day, because I heard a lot of people say, you know, of course, some people, I think Floyd reached out to him and was like, hey, you know, don't worry about it. You know, people tend to hate us and da-da-da-da-da. Pretty much saying like, you know, people are quick to get, we as a black people are quick to get on our own. And we're quick to tear down our people more than others. So I kind of wanted to talk about that, like what y'all feel about that and what y'all think. Because I mean, of course, like we said, the memes was out there. It was no time. I done seen it where, you know, he got hit and the Sonic rings came popping out. I done seen all kinds of stuff. They had the Nate Robinson challenge.
I've seen that too, but it's a different world we living in. It's a different world that's constructed by social media. Like everybody living through social media. That's why they always say the internet is never defeated. Because they looking for that next thing that's gonna pop, next thing people gonna talk about, next thing they gonna try to capitalize on. Like it's just a different world. Back then, they didn't have all this when they was fighting. Because best believe some of them cats that was getting knocked out, even real boxers, it would have been mean. Just like the Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, right? Just like the meme that keeps surfacing with him crying and all that. Like it's crazy. I mean, and people they recycling old stuff and making memes out of old classic movies, just like the Friday. You don't think that would have came out? You got knocked the fuck out. You don't think that would have came out with a couple other fights? Nah, but you know what I'm saying? So it's social media. So I think that's his boy. So what he trying to do? He uplift his boy. I mean, everything's that whole thing was for entertainment. So anything following after that, it's for entertainment purposes, whether you like it or not. Floyd, if he would have got knocked out like that, I believe there would have been some memes. And who would have been at the top trolling? 50 Cent.
For sure, man. And like you said, I think it's just the times. It's just the times, man. Like, and it's different. It's in your face. You know, I don't think it's changed, and I don't think we tend to be harder on our people. It's just a way of it. Now, granted, I mean, and I say if it was vice versa, they would be talking. I mean, when it comes to exactly. When it comes to anything boxing, fighting, it doesn't matter. When you're watching a sport and somebody gets jacked up like that in a legal way, you know, this is what we doing, you know, not a dirty play or anything like that. When there's some stuff, you see somebody get jacked up, of course, you're going to talk about it. And now it's just out in your face. Right. You just see it more, you know, because the internet, like you said, it's on the internet, it's there. It's going to surface. And like you said, going back to, you know, Jordan crying, it's surfaced and it's here. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to last and it's going to be here forever. You know, you just got to kind of deal with it. It's just a different way of how we deal with these issues that we would have dealt with before. You would have just been talked about before. Oh, that's the dude that, that's a basketball player that got knocked out by that YouTuber, right? Yeah. You know, but now you get to see it and watch it over and over again.
I think with that man, back in the day, we had internet back in the day. There's a lot of these fights when people used to say, oh, it was a tie. I didn't lose. It was a tie. Now, if we had that back in the day, nah, dog, you like knocked them out. Like, it was a tie.
Exactly.
Oh, man. It was no tie at all.
I'm an Ali, knocked out some folks. Sugar Ray Leonard. Telling you, man.
For sure.
It's crazy.
Just think if we had that Buster Douglas and Tyson fight with the internet back then.
Dude, that one went bananas. Columbus would be on a map.
It would have been crazy. Yeah, just like they said, okay, for example, what Jake Paul say from Cleveland area? Okay, Buster Douglas from Columbus. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have been the same. Oh, Ohio, stand up. You can't mess with Ohio. Oh.
It would be crazy because they said, my pops
scenario.
tell me about that story all the time. He said, bro, Columbus was bananas when that happened.
They went crazy.
So imagine if it was on the internet, it'd be 10 times crazy.
Mm-hmm.
For sure,
man. Yeah,
and
so
I think another
it's one of those things. Go ahead.
Man, this is just so funny stuff, man.
For sure. And that's why I was like, this is more entertaining than the headliner, man. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what made it though is Snoop in the back, man. That dude need to really be a commentator.
Yeah, commentator.
Give it up. Give it up to my dog.
For sure, man.
My dog.
That dude, if this league come off the ground, or if this is what Mike Tyson's trying to do, and he's trying to do a whole different league type thing, then you definitely need him as a commentator. Because yeah, man, he had me cracking up. Oh no, talking about these and they were so funny, man, because people was talking about Snoop during that time. Like, dude, you talking about this is like your two uncles or grandpas fighting at a cookout. They was like, dude, you only like 3 years younger than both of them.
Right. That's like him getting out there.
Exactly.
Right.
So they like, you one of them ones too.
Right, but Snoop Dogg, he was one of the uncles that was watching the fight.
Exactly. Gassing them up, man.
What kills me, there was a lot of people that didn't want to get in the ring with, what's his name,
Jake Paul.
I was totally off. But it was a lot of people that didn't want to get in the ring with him. Then after Nate get knocked out, now people want to get in the ring with him. Like, bro, y'all should have tried to get in the ring with him before this happened. Like, now y'all want to.
No, because after the knockout, he feel like he's solidified as a boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now people like, oh, he think he can box. Now it's time to make some money. Now it's time for other people to capitalize off some money. Ain't gonna be no more $600 little charity fights. That's what it was. It was a charity fight. I was like that Martin episode when he was fighting Tommy Hitman Hearns.
For sure.
Take me home. Sure. I want to go home.
Look.
He was man. Out. But that's why we watch boxing though. Everybody I watch boxing because I want to see a knockout.
Exactly. You want to see that.
You want to see it. So, yeah. I mean, that's the suspense. That's why, you see a hard hit, you think somebody going to go down. It's like, oh, yeah. And it just keeps you in tune into it. So, you know, those powerful punches, that's what's going to sell. You know, Floyd made all his money pretty much being a defensive fighter after he was in his, out of his prime. So he made all his money 30 on. He learned that defense. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, just on the flip note, Floyd pretty much mentored Gervonta Davis. He cold too. He a force to be reckoned with. That boy, he cold. Man. He came from he got it from nowhere. So, I respect that. But I see what Floyd doing. He also know how what it takes to make money. So and that's I mean, now it's just you can have those relationships and build those bonds, but having a business relationship too, on top of an emotional one, that's even more important. If you got both of them, you good.
Hey man, we got Casa Ruiz in the building as well, man.
Big shout out to Casa Ruiz.
Man, we missed the spot, man. We missed the spot, man.
Missed the spot, man.
Hey. For sure, man.
It's so hard to say goodbye to Casa Ruiz.
Okay then. Okay.
Hey man,
that
was the spot, man.
For sure, man.
Great moments there, man. The studio was amazing.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. I think, man. I think we had some good topic, man. I could have went on and on about current events, man. It's just so much stuff that happened. But I kind of wanted to touch on that topic because that was some of the things I was seeing. And I was like, man, it makes you think because you do hear it a lot. Like, man, we harder on our own people. However, I was just like, man, I don't know. I think it's just a different age too. It's a different age, a different time of things. So I'm glad we kind of talked about that, touched on that, man.
But you got to also think, shoot, if we hard on our people, I mean, we should be. I think we should work together more
Hmm.
and come together more. That's I think where
Hmm.
the inequality is also coming. Inequality could also be within your own race if people didn't know that.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's sad because you can see through the even through the election. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, both candidates are the president elect. She was African American, but both candidates they was Caucasian and white. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And you see different people shouting out memes and putting down Trump, putting down Biden, and so
Hmm.
forth. So, and you also seen African American people talk about Camilla Harris and things that they strongly felt that she, didn't they didn't agree with her on some of those policies. So I think
Hmm.
you know anybody can go and say something about somebody and put them down, but at the end of the day, I think as a whole, we got to understand how to build each other up. Like, and they got to understand, like Nate Robinson, he probably like, man, okay, like I got in the ring, I got knocked out, it was what it was. I made that decision, and he knew what was going to come behind it. Like
For
just like you
sure.
said, if he knocked Jake Paul out, memes would have came, or a YouTuber been defeated, or YouTubers need to stick to YouTubing videos, or you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
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 That it would have came. Like Nate Robinson needed to just stick with his basketball athletic abilities. Like, come on, man.
Hmm.
Like that's just the day we live in. I mean, you got all this social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, yeah, TikTok, like, and more other stuff is going to come about. It's going to be more. Best believe they're working on some other social media stuff though.
For
It's not
sure.
about the end here. Technology's getting better and greater. So
And I mean, and I ain't gonna get too much into it, but this is a kind of a good note because we can say that for next time. But
for sure.
like you said, technology is gonna get greater, and with this time, you got to come out with more technical things because this is the age that we're starting to move in. Just from what's going on right now, I mean, we thought in March that this stuff would be over in a few months. We're going into the you know next year and possibly the next year, well, when 2021 come, I'll be glad. It's the end of 2020 pretty much, and we still
December.
the case numbers still going up. So guess what? We may have to deal with it in 2021. Nobody said it's gonna end on December 31st. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Yep.
but yeah, man. But we get into that next time, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This is another episode of Parlay and Cigars podcast, man. And I love being with my brothers. Anybody got any shout outs or anything? Or, you
Man,
know,
I just want to give a major shout out to my brothers, man. You guys, X, Mo, man, I ain't gonna lie, I miss our fellowship. I miss the podcast, man. I've been counting down the days of getting linked back up with you guys. I know for myself, my friends, my family been hitting me up like, yo, when y'all getting back on? Where do we
Yeah.
tune in? Blase, blase.
mhm,
It's a lot of people who's wanting our information. They love what we're doing. And I salute my brothers, man. This is great what we're doing, man.
for sure, for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah, man. That's my shout out too, man. Just to us and what we're doing. We choose to be safe during this time, and for us, it's. I look forward to these days. So, it sucks that we can't do it together in the same room as we've done it before. But you know, like we said, thank God the technology and stuff we got now where we can do it like this, and still reach out to the people, still talk to the people, and do what we do, man. So yeah, big shout out to us and big things coming. Like you see, we didn't finally got it where the Zoom could be on Facebook. So y'all can watch us live on Facebook, and then we're also uploading to our YouTube channel now. So getting it there. So make sure if you're not following us on YouTube, to follow us on YouTube, rate, review, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Get our names out there because what we
What's the
doing,
name
I
of the
think, is
YouTube
big.
channel, X? What's the name of the
Parlay
YouTube
and
channel?
Cigars podcast. Parlay and Cigars podcast. That's all you need to know.
Fame is
So
everything.
for sure, man.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
I just want to shout out real quick, just everybody being affected or having some tough times, with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hmm.
It's very difficult not to be around your family and loved ones during these holiday seasons and these holiday
Hmm.
months. especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is a huge family oriented holiday. So, just shout out to everybody staying strong, staying in there. Like, all you gotta remember is stay safe. You want to be able to go around that loved one. If you're not around them this year, due to COVID and things like that, you want them to be safe and so you can be there with them next year and many more other holidays. So just stick it out, y'all. Just stick it out. Just, stay keep your heads up, stay safe, and stay positive with it. I know it's tough, but keep going.
For sure.
Absolutely. And check on your brothers and sisters, man, and your family, your loved ones, man. At least if you don't have to do it every day, but at least if you could do it at least once a week, man, because I know it's the mental warfare that we all dealing with, man, financially and spiritually and mentally, man. So definitely check on your brothers and sisters, man.
For sure, for sure. So, hey, man, this another episode of Parlay and Cigars.
I'm sorry, X. And the kids, too. My wife just yelled at me. Shout out to my babe, Stephanie. I see you, babe. And we are making cinnamon rolls on a daily. Give us. We got some great cinnamon rolls popping off. S'mores, sweets.
I thought that's what you had.
It's in the building.
I thought that's what you had on your beard.
Hey, you see that?
Parlay, cigars, and cinnamon rolls.
That's how we do it,
sauce
right?
over there.
Look.
I'm gonna have to deliver y'all some cinnamon rolls next week, man.
He got they new tagline for s'mores for their cinnamon rolls. It's sweet over here.
Yo, I'm gonna use that. I'm using that. It's over here.
All right, man. Good night, y'all.
Mama dudes. Shout out to all of our mama dudes, our family, everybody. Man, love y'all.
God bless.
Yeah,
we
man.
out.
We out.
Man, I don't even know how to stop this right now.
Is it a way to save it? Let me see.
Still live right now.
we still live. I think I'm